we put our bodies through hell.
The left artery that supplies blood to your left side of the heart has been clogged 100%.
Steroids will kill you.
Like 3 years later, still giving me fucking.
I think more young people dropping dead in the bodybuilding industry.
요즘 시대에는 대중들에게 멋지게 보이는 것만으로도 직업이 될 수 있으며 이렇게 멋지게 보이는 것이 대부분의 사람들에겐 바람직한 직업으로 보여질 것이다. 특히 시각적인 이미지가 더욱 중요한 이 피트니스 산업은 이러한 특성을 기반으로 업계를 더욱 과도하게 만든다. 사람들은 더욱더 이러한 경쟁에 참여하고 경쟁이 과열될수록 보디빌더들은 더욱더 나은 결과를 얻기 위해 점점 더 자신을 밀어붙이고 약물을 사용하고 있으며 SNS가 발달되고 타인에게 보여지는 삶이 중요해지면서 직업이 아닌 일반인들도 그저 사이버상에 누군가에게 보여지거나 혹은 인플루언서가 되기 위해 약물을 사용하는 일도 생기고 있다.
Like, I want to do a show, I want to do a show. You can go into any gym and half the membership there is using gear and say, oh, I don't get it. You know, isn't bodybuilding supposed to be about health and fitness? No!
Each generation of bodybuilders are pushing the chemical envelope a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more.
SNS에서 그들이 행복하게 웃는 얼굴과 벗은 몸만 볼 게 아니라 그들의 내면을 본다면 실제로 그들의 건강은 내리막길이다.
As they take and they do, it's making their blood pressure high, and that's eating away at their heart, it's eating away at their kidney, and it's just bad for you all around. So,
as seen through this graph, by about 2010, the number of steroid users gradually increased every year. And on top of that, the social media platform Instagram was released in 2010. Is that a coincidence?
이제 보디빌딩에서 성공하기 위해 도덕적이지 않은 행동들을 들먹일 생각은 없다. 그저 그들은 체격을 더욱더 멋지게 보이게 하기 위해 그것을 약물로 그들의 몸을 조작할 때 건강에 심각한 해를 끼친다.
Reality, this picture right here of what can go wrong. This was just a poor substance in a wrong position of my leg, and my leg blew up to twice the size. I was worried I was gonna have to get it amputated. The doctor.
Pure gear, like I mentioned, went bad. Wasn't even an infection. I randomly just had like internal bleeding in my leg that caused it to double in size to a point that I couldn't even bend my knee. And I had to get it drained just for relief because there was so much pain from the pressure around my fucking entire leg from the amount of.
약물을 복용하는 사람 중에도 건강하고 부작용 없는 사람이 얼마나 많냐라고 말하는 사람에게 오늘 말씀드리겠다. 이 영상을 보는 분들이 구독하고 팔로우하고 있는 약물 복용자들의 영상이나 사진만 보고 판단하지 않길 바란다. 그들은 생각보다 보이지 않는 곳에서 심각한 부작용을 경험하고 있거나 스스로 아주 조심하며 매주 병원에 가서 검사를 받고 있다.
said, we got to get you set up for dialysis. You know, first thing I said to him was like, okay, what do I need to do? What do you need to prescribe me? And what do I got to do to make myself better? What do I have to do to heal myself? I'm ready to do this. And he said, there's basically nothing you can do. Your kidneys don't heal themselves, and it basically just gets worse from here.
You wake up anxious, you go to sleep anxious, you wake up in the middle of the night to pee, you're anxious. Common experiences, I'm taking a shower, and I'm just like, fuck. I'm having a panic.
What?
You're getting too big. You don't need to be this big. No, yeah, I understand my followers. This is what they want to see. He was 280, 290 pounds. He went up to 300 in a month. I said, you don't need to look any bigger. You look big enough the way it is. But that was him. He had to have this image, and he created this persona, and this, he had a charisma for sure. That people wanted to be like him or be around him. About a year ago, I mean, he'd come over and we'd sit and do my shows, and he was sweating like mad. Breathing like this, and I don't think he hurt himself, but he had a hard time breathing. And I said,
스테로이드는 인간의 호르몬을 엉망으로 만들기 때문에 기분 변화, 로이드 레이지, 우울증, 불안 등의 증세를 보이며 인간의 뇌 수준을 말 그대로 치매 환자 수준으로 멍청하게 만들 수 있다. 개인적으로 나 근육을 위해 내 지능을 교환하고 싶지는 않다. 많은 사람들이 보디빌딩을 이성을 유혹하려는 목적으로 하는 사람도 꽤 있을 것이다. 하지만
After a few weeks or months, their testicular size radically reduces to something between undetectable to like the size of like a caper.
Severe erectile dysfunction. How many guys am I trying to get fertile? I'm probably 90% I'm probably 90%. I have a 90% success rate with getting steroid users fertile, but I'm not 100%. I have to use fertility urology doctors, and we all fail. So there's all sorts of side effects. At least you're going to be on testosterone for the rest of your life. That's 100% guaranteed.
And once you start taking steroids, your testosterone levels, your testes shut down, and they no longer work. So your body is not producing testosterone anymore.
스테로이드 사용은 심장을 포함하는 확장성 심근병증과 깊은 관련이 있다. 심장이 비대해지고 늘어져 정상적으로 펌프질하는 심장의 능력에 악영향을 미친다. 결과적으로 심장에 산소가 공급되는 혈액의 양이 증가하게 되면서 심장에서 동맥으로 가는 길이 줄어들게 된다. 다시 말하면 산소가 공급된 혈액을 신체에 공급하는 데 문제가 생긴다는 것.
Gyno, yellowing of the skin and eyes, rapid hair loss, shrunken testicles, and they're just a few of many. But it's a lot more serious than just that. While these physical changes can massively mess with your self-confidence, the real danger is what happens inside.
A well-known Sydney bodybuilder has died after collapsing in a sauna in Thailand.
The death of an 18-year-old student who took an anabolic steroid.
이 동맥으로 가는 길과 관상동맥 자체도 스테로이드 사용으로 인해 좁아진다. 결과적으로 혈류가 원활히 흐르지 않고 어떤 경우엔 이동이 아예 되지 않아 심장은 심장 근육의 증가된 수요를 충족시킬 수 없게 되면서 심장 마비에 이르게 된다.
Steroids also enlarges the organs like the heart because it's a muscle. This puts additional stress on the cardiovascular system because the heart has to keep working harder. Having more muscle tissue itself requires more cardiac output.
심장 근육에 산소가 공급된 혈액이 공급되지 않으면 심장 근육의 세포는 필요한 수요를 충족할 수 없는 상태가 되며 죽어버리고 만다. 세포가 죽으면 심장이 더 이상 제대로 기능할 수 없으며 심장마비, 심정지가 발생하거나 비생산적인 심장 부정맥이 발생한다.
Increase. Meet Dallas McCarther, an amazing young bodybuilder. He died at just age 26 from a heart attack. His heart weighed 833 grams, which is 3 times the normal humans. And it's not just these big bodybuilders. Luke O'Brien, aged 17, not even that big of a guy, died from anabolic steroids. Mohamed Bouker, 19 years old, dead from steroids.
스테로이드 복용으로 인해 증가된 근육량의 요구를 충족시키기 위해 신체의 많은 기관은 더 열심히 일하게 된다. 내장 기관은 물론이지만 나이가 들어 발생하는 가장 많은 또 다른 문제는 관절이다.
Shoulder injury, I had a bicep injury, and now a tricep injury, all on the same side, which created a great imbalance with strength. I was hospitalized because I had bleeding on my stomach and had a blood transfusion. The guy who was helping me out had this machine on my arm pumping like for hours a day to get the fluids out.
보스턴 로이드는 자신의 약물 복용과 사이클을 투명하게 공개하고 1년 동안의 자신의 몸의 변화를 공개하며 많은 인기를 얻었지만 29살의 젊은 나이에 사망하였다. 보스턴 로이드의 어머니는 보디빌딩 업계를 이렇게 말한다.
You know, the thing about bodybuilding is that you look great outside, but your inside's dying. Like the kidneys, the heart was enlarged and twice the weight. So the bodybuilding is a funny sport. You see them dying on stage because they look so great. How could they die? It's even a worse sport than cocaine because cocaine, you look lousy when you're taking it. But bodybuilding, oh yeah, you look great. Everybody says how
이 영상을 보는 분들 중 보디빌딩을 직업으로 여기는 선수가 아니라 그저 취미로 운동하고 있는 일반인들이 SNS나 이성에게 가시하기 위해 또는 그저 누군가에 강해 보이고 싶은 목적으로 스테로이드 복용을 생각하고 있다면 건강과 생명을 담보로 자신의 몸을 임상실험하지 않길 바란다. 타인에게 보여지는 그 순간만 억지로 웃고 있지만 카메라가 꺼진 뒤에는 그들은 호흡기를 단 시한부 인생을 살고 있을지 모른다.
Young guys having heart attacks and having strokes, sudden death. So your first symptom is dying.
So now I'm being kind to my body. You know, it's a very extreme lifestyle, and now I feel like I'm more balanced. I'm balancing everything rather than being in this extreme mode.
This is a kidney specialist, and we went to the nephrologist. He basically was a straight shooter and just said, hey, Mike, you know, where you're at right now with your tests and all, we just might have to get you set up for dialysis in the next year or so. And then when I heard that, it was kind of like God was giving me a little tap on the shoulder that was saying, hey, you know, you got a path to choose, you know, and it was either continue bodybuilding and the dream you've had your whole life or let it all go and live. So I chose to live.